If you are working full-time in America, doing everything right, and still feel like you're slowly drowning financially, this is not your imagination, and it's not your fault. The 2026 economy is exposing a harsh truth. For millions of low-income and working-class Americans, survival now requires a completely different mindset, not harder work. This video is not about motivation, hustle culture, or overnight success. It's about reality. It's about how people at the bottom are actually surviving 2026, quietly, strategically, and often in ways no one talks about. By 2026, the American economy looks strong on paper, but brutal on the ground. Inflation may not be making headlines anymore, yet everyday costs have permanently reset at a higher level. Rent didn't come back down, groceries didn't get cheaper, healthcare premiums quietly increased again. Meanwhile, wages for low-income workers barely moved, and in some sectors, they effectively went backward once you adjust for cost of living. This is why so many people feel confused and exhausted. They are working the same hours, sometimes more, but falling further behind. The old financial advice no longer works. Just save more, cut expenses, and work harder were designed for a different economy. In 2026, the problem isn't effort, it's math. When essentials eat up nearly all your income, survival becomes a strategy game, not a discipline problem. What most people don't see is that low-income Americans have already begun adapting, quietly and out of necessity. Survival in 2026 is no longer about traditional budgeting alone. It's about flexibility. People are stacking income sources, not careers. A primary job covers basics, while side income fills the gaps. Gig work, micro-freelancing, digital tasks, resale platforms, and on-demand labor. This isn't about chasing passion. It's about liquidity. Cash flow matters more than titles. Another major shift is selective spending. People are no longer trying to live cheap. They're trying to live efficient. They cancel loyalty to brands, subscriptions, and even banks. Financial survival now favors those who stay adaptable, who treat money like a tool instead of a lifestyle symbol. This shift isn't glamorous, but it's real. For decades, saving money was considered the foundation of financial stability. In 2026, saving without strategy is simply defensive, not protective. Low-income households face constant financial shocks, medical bills, car repairs, rent increases, and family emergencies. A small savings account can vanish overnight. That's why survival now depends on building buffers instead of balances. People are focusing on access to extra income, access to flexible credit used carefully, and access to skills that convert quickly into money. The goal is not wealth, it's resilience. The people surviving 2026 aren't the ones with the biggest savings accounts. They're the ones who can recover fastest from financial hits. Perhaps the most overlooked part of surviving the 2026 economy is mental. Financial stress is no longer temporary. For many, it's constant. Low-income Americans who survive are those who stop internalizing economic failure as personal failure. They stop chasing unrealistic financial standards and start designing systems that fit their reality. They redefine success: stability over status, control over comfort, progress over perfection. This mindset shift is powerful because it prevents burnout, shame, and hopelessness, the real killers of long-term survival. When people accept the reality of the game, they stop wasting energy fighting the wrong battles. The truth is uncomfortable but necessary. The 2026 economy is not built for low-income Americans to thrive by default. Survival now requires awareness, flexibility, and strategy, not blind optimism. This is not a message of fear, it's a message of clarity. When you understand the rules of the game, you stop blaming yourself and start playing smarter. And if you're feeling like you're barely holding on, remember this: you're not failing. You're navigating an economy that changed without telling you. The people who survive 2026 won't be the loudest or the richest. They'll be the most adaptable. And that's a skill anyone can learn.